What's up, peeps, and welcome back to Sorrel Plays. I'm back with a brand new video, and we're talking a little bit of decorating. We're talking about cafe decorating. Now, my layout, as you can see, is rather full. I do like it though. It's quite jolly. There's a lot going on, so I'm going to keep it as it is. And if you're in the position where you've just bought some stuff from the lovely Café Box in the tent, you'd want to incorporate those into your existing design. We're getting new decorations soon. Let me see when that is. In 4 days. So what I tend to do is just wait for the new decorations and then redesign the whole thing. But today I have emptied a couple of little spaces here and here. I didn't have anything too important. I've put the fish tank over there. Just squashed things up a little bit more than they already are, but still, it doesn't really matter. As long as you like it, then don't worry about that. So, what are we doing? We're going to pull out the stuff from the Café Box. One of them's here, the waterfall. We're going to incorporate that as well. Now, I've got the asymmetrical theme going on, as always, but you might not have, and you might not be too bothered about keeping that or having that or getting that on your new layout. But I have seen and heard a few questions and people saying that they'd really love to decorate their calf with the cafe stuff and not really sure about the way to go about it. So I'm going to give you ideas to incorporate into your main layout. So I'm not starting a new layout here. I'm not starting a new design. We're just going to put in what we've got for a little bit of cafe in our restaurant. So it's not going to be one of my long videos decorating the whole thing. We're just going to pull out some of the cafe stuff. So if you want to get use of these, keep in your layout, this is the video for you. Now, everyone's going to have a different idea of what kind of look they want. You might want to go for a traditional look. We've got the Venice stuff coming up soon, so that definitely calls for a bit of tradition, I think. And I will be redecorating a whole calf. I'll do a separate video on that one. Keeping it as short as possible, so you don't get bored. But it's always a good idea for us to talk about how we do it for ourselves and then see if you can pick up a little bit of any ideas how to do yours. Now, I can remove some of this stuff so that we can see it a little better. So I'll get rid of these palm trees. I'm going to keep this little palm tree in the corner. And I'm going to start with using the barriers. So I'm going to keep mine asymmetrical as much as possible. And the trouble is with getting things from a box from the tent, rather than being able to just buy it outright, is that you might not have everything, you know, two of everything. Right, so I've put the sofa on that side and the sofa on this side. We could turn these around so we could get the sofa leaning back, or we could just go with what we've done over here. Now, one of those things that I was mentioning is I only have one of these coffee tables. I've noticed some people have two of those, so they must have been able to take advantage of that glitch on the Café Box, which is very lucky. I love that table. Now, lamps usually look good in corners, so we might have to do that. And we're working with a tiny space here. We could actually get rid of these. So let's store these ones. So we've got a little bit more space to work with over here. Now, if we put the shelving unit over here, so we've got that wall effect just by using a shelving unit, so you don't need lots of space to fit another thing in. And on the other side, because I don't have two of these shelving units, I'm going to use the waterfall. Move this lamp down. Try and make sure it's in the same spot. We could put the lamp in the corner, which means this has to move as well. And then we've got these decorations, so we could just plonk them in the corner there, and one here. So I'm thinking that's looking quite good so far. We need to change the floor. Now, what kind of floor should we use? If you want to be realistic, you know, cafes, they usually have a nice wooden cozy floor, don't they? We don't want to go with the same brown as we've got over here, otherwise it's just not going to define the area. Now, we could go further out so that it looks like there's more space, and do the same there. Let's see how that looks. And what do you think of that? I think that's rather nice. Two little cozy sitting areas. We need another table on this side, and I know just the thing. We've got a coffee table from one of the... I don't know if it's going to be in this tab, but I'll check. One of the events, I can't remember which one it was now. So let's look for that. These sorts of things, these brown, the shelves, the bookshelf, those kind of things all will contribute to the look of this so that it looks more cafe-ish. So we can work on that in a minute if we're not happy with the end result and we feel like we need a little bit more. We've got little fireplaces, we could use those. That always makes it look cozy. These lamps, the tall shades, they always look good. You could put that in the middle there. Could buy another one and do one either side. These rattan sofas, they could look really good in a cafe area. So if you don't have these green sofas, you could use those instead if you did buy those. You can always put another one here if you want to. It blocks up this arch a little bit, but you can move that down. So just adapting and playing around with what you've already got would be the way to do this. I'm going to leave those out because I've got the green sofas and I think that's enough. Let's see if we can find this little table. Console table. Okay, I've got two of these actually, so I could just use these instead of the cafe table. What is this called? I'm not sure. Let's have a look, see if that looks any better. I mean, sometimes it looks quirky when you use two different types of things. We can always move these back a little bit if we get rid of these plants. We'll just move the plants down. And move these back a bit. You can even put some walls up if you don't want to see any of that background. So if you feel like it's a little bit too much going on, you can always do that. I feel like this is a bit close to the table here. So we could change the floor to make it darker. Make it like this one, the cherry wood. And you can always add another wall in that corner there and change these to smaller ones, these arch things. Oh, I've just gone and... okay, ignore that for a minute. I think still keeping the lamp here, we could put an extra wall there. So find one of these walls, or you could put a bookshelf there. Should we try the bookshelf, see how that looks? It might look too much. Let's have a look. So what have we got? I'm sure I've got one bookshelf. Don't seem to have one. Okay, which bookshelf do we like? I like this brighter one, the one with the bright books in it. And actually, Oh. Okay, that wall might have to move. If we put it here and move the wall back, that could be a thing. Is it going to look too much with the other shelf? You know, this is what I really wish we could do. If I could put that waterfall in the middle of these two shelves, then it would look even nicer. The other thing we could do, I'm going to buy that because it's nice anyway. I'm going to get rid of this wall. Either get rid of it or move it back. I'll leave it here for now. And try this against here. So let's put that away. Put this one away. Turn this round. Now, is that wall in the same place? This could go forward a little bit, actually. To here. Then we could use this one over here. And you could actually use another waterfall feature on this side. Or even a little heater on that side. Let's have a look. Have I used my waterfalls? Yeah, I've used those. What could I put there instead? I've got the little white heater from the Café Box last time. That could always go there. And maybe this bubble divider. Here it is. Well, let's have a look at that and see how we feel. I think that looks quite good. It does look quite good. It's missing a little something, I don't know what, but if you carry on working on that, let's move these forward again, because now that the shelving units are out of the way, they might actually be okay coming forward. Like that. I think the part that doesn't look right is where the floor changes, where the bookshelf is. So if we just complete that, I think it will look done. We could do this bit as well, so it actually looks like you've got somewhere to stand looking through the books. That's not going to go there because we need to turn that round. We could always get rid of these. We could put them here. Oops. So yeah, I really like that. I think that looks really good. You could add a little bit of a different floor. Something to make it a little bit more defined. You could choose a tile floor. Anything else that you would prefer to the wood floor. But yeah, generally we're kind of sectioning off using the dividers here. Same on that side. The little palm tree in the corner. I'm really liking that. I think that's very cozy. You could always use a little bit of the existing floor, which is the classic marble, just over here and just over here, maybe even here. And there it is. So that's ways of using it, using the cafe stuff without ruining your whole layout and starting again, as we're due to do that in about 4 days time anyway, if you start decorating as soon as you get your decorations. The other thing I wanted to suggest was these condiment tables, and even better, these winter sideboards. They would look awesome here too. So you could put these in somewhere. Maybe instead of the palm trees you could put those in. Instead of this wall you could put that in. All just about what you like doing and how you feel about it. They could go here. They could go in front of the sideboard. Would they look better than palm trees? We could try that out. I'll take both out just in case. We can move the palm tree over here and put it here. Which one looks better? Let me just plonk this somewhere. So that one with the palm tree in the corner, or this one with the condiments, the console table. You could put the palm tree back and have the console table there instead. The winter table, sorry. Looks interesting, I think. Or you could have it over here. Yes, I do like that. I like that a lot. And if you want to, you can add a little rug to these areas, which I always find makes it look cozy. What could we add? The red might look a bit too much. The safari grass, would that look good? I think that does look good. Just blends it all in a little bit more, I think. Oh, need to go out a little bit further on that one. I know it's grass, but you don't have to use it for the grassy areas. You could use it as a little rug. And it goes with the bit we've got the fire on as well. This lamp could look nice over here. We could always turn that window around, take the water off the other side of it. Let's try that. Store the water, or if you've got the hang of this overlaying thing that people are doing right now. Oh, come on. Okay, let's move that back. So we could turn this around. We could put the lamp here and do the same thing over here. And of course we have to buy another lamp. You can always check if you like it first. I think that'll do. And as I like doing everything in the asymmetrical way, another lamp won't hurt. I've only got one of those. There it is. I think that looks really cute. Lovely. And I think if you do find that there's a bit too much going on, let me have a look at this a minute. Just put these at the back for a mo. Could even take this one out, it doesn't have to be there. We could put some hedge over there. So as a backdrop, a bit of a wall, but without going too high up so that you don't not see the things behind it. if you want to see the things behind it. Use lower walls, or you could use plants, these kind of things, flower beds, planters. Got 2 purple ones, we could do that. Let's see how that looks. And it goes with the front bit as well. I think that looks quite good. And you could put one more little thing in the middle of those 2. I'm going to echo, in this case, the one we've got in front of it, which is this one. And I think that's going to complete the look. Yes, I'm liking it. That looks really cozy. If you get bored with it and later on you just want to take a few things out, these could come out, or you could take out the big tables and put those small ones there instead and play around with that. But I am liking that. So, enjoy decorating your cafes with your cafe stuff, and it will be interesting to see them. So you could post some pics on my Food Street Lounge group on Facebook. It'll be interesting to see what ideas you've come up with, and I'd like to try out some of the stuff you do that I don't. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Peace out.